There are a lot of YouTube videos out there that claim that X product is better than ChatGPT, or this is the next ChatGPT, or this tool will change your life. And mostly they end up just being spam, just a bunch of YouTubers trying to get your attention so that they can rise quickly in the algorithms, which is why I swore that I would never make a video like that. But this time I think I might actually have something. I'll let you judge. All right, so the tool in question that we're talking about today is called Open Playground. You can find it at nat.dev, nat.dev. And just looking at this, it doesn't look like much, right? But if you are familiar with the AI space, this may look a little familiar to you. And that is because it looks very similar to OpenAI's own playground, which looks like this. Very similar layout and everything. You have all of these little controls and sliders on over here on the side. A lot of interesting things you can do here. I haven't talked about the OpenAI playground too much on the channel, but I really should, because a lot of people use it instead of ChatGPT because it is pretty much just as good and the pricing structure is a little different. It's more pay as you go. But this looks very similar. And what is setting this apart is that this is a place where you can access virtually every single language model that is out there. And this is why I'm thinking this might actually be a better option than ChatGPT. It is still new, so it's not flawless, but there are so many things here. You can access the Llama language models here. You can access everything that's on Hugging Face. You can access Alpaca. You can access Luminous. Some of these I haven't even heard of and don't know what they're talking about. But the most important ones that are here are the ones from OpenAI. They've got ChatGPT or GPT-4. And then the ones from Anthropic, most notably Claude, which is the other one that, particularly for creative writing, is so useful. But here's the thing, and this is why I genuinely believe that this could be better than ChatGPT on its own, and that is the fact that this, to my knowledge, is the only place currently where you can access, right here, GPT-4 32K. This is pretty incredible because the 32K, that means 32,000 tokens, which means that this 32K model, if we select it here, can understand and process thousands of words, way more than it used to be. Now, I will say it is kind of expensive to do that. And, you know, I actually earlier, as I was testing this, put 10,000 words into here. In fact, we can look it up right here. I put about 10,000 words into this and then asked it to summarize one of the characters to make sure that it had actually read the entirety of the 10,000 words that I put into it, and it did so, but it let me know here after each chat, it'll tell you how much it cost you. It cost me an entire $1 for just one chat, and that's a lot because if I did 20 requests at that level, it would cost me essentially the same as a subscription to ChatGPT. So that is something to be mildly concerned about. And that was just with 10,000 words here. If I increase this to, say, 25,000 words, which is probably about the maximum that you could handle with the 32K version, it would be quite a bit more in the cost to process all 25,000 of those words. But still, really cool that this actually gives us access to it and that we have that. So back here to the playground. So we have all of these different models, and I've been playing around with Claude. So the one that you would want here is either Claude version 1 or Claude version 100K, which has the 100K token limit, which means it acts very similarly to the 32K for GPT-4, but the 100K for Claude can actually understand more, and it's cheaper than the 32K for GPT-4. Still expensive though, but that same prompt that cost me $1 per prompt with GPT-4 32K cost me about 20 cents with Claude version 1 100K. Claude V1 is also known as Claude Plus, so that's going to be the most advanced one that you have access to here. And this one plus the GPT-4 version 0613, which I believe stands for June 13th, is the most up-to-date versions of Claude and GPT-4 respectively. So those are the two I would use in here. I've done a lot of videos before already about Claude and the best ways to use Claude. And now, having looked at this program and judged the pricing of it, I put $5 on here to start with, and I've only used 2, and most of that was from that one prompt from GPT-4 32K, because that took a whole $1. The rest has just been me fooling around with Claude version 1 and regular GPT-4, but you can access really all of these. But the two most important ones for writing will be Claude V1 and GPT-4. So this is pretty cool. Let's kind of take a look at what we can do with it. First of all, we can adjust the maximum length here. So this is the maximum length of what it is capable of processing. The base GPT-4 model can handle up to 8,000 tokens. And obviously, if we were to select the 32K model, it could handle up to 32,000 tokens. So that just tells you how much it can process. Temperature here is what you use to adjust the level of randomness in the response. So this is an output that you don't really have available in ChatGPT. You don't often need it, I find. ChatGPT is pretty well optimized for use. And I will say the biggest advantage that ChatGPT has is that it is very user-friendly. And a lot of tools like this can be a little overwhelming to those who don't really understand how to use it. And ChatGPT is definitely making good strides in being really user-friendly, really easy to use. And so I will give that to it over this. But you do have all of these switches, and you can hover over them to learn more about what they do. Usually just kind of, I would leave them roughly at the default, except maximum length I might increase a little bit, or I might increase the temperature. Those are the two I would fiddle with the most. But if we go to, say, Claude version 1 here, this one has up to 9,000 tokens of context. Same things with temperature. And then you can go through and just hover over these and see what they all do and see if that's something that you want to work with. But generally speaking, most people will not need to deal with that. Now, this tool also comes with this handy little option here, which lets you compare between different language models. So right here, I've selected the two I've been talking about, Claude and GPT-4, and we can just compare these two. So let's say, give me a list of 20 story ideas that let's say, high concept story ideas with the framework of blank meets blank. And then if we like that, we can go ahead and hit submit. And it will start giving us the 20 different story ideas in the framework that I gave it. The Godfather meets Harry Potter. That would be interesting. These are obviously random mashups, but sometimes you can get some good ideas out of these. But that's not really what we're here for. We're here to kind of look at the comparison. And very often with GPT-4 and Claude specifically, it's very common to find that one will do one task better than the other, but the other is better at something else. So I find that Claude is really good for some things and GPT-4 is really good for other things. That is something that will probably also continuously change as these models improve. For instance, I think Claude is better for prose if you're writing prose, and GPT-4 is better for outlining. And so that's just something to keep in mind. But this is a good way to really test those two things. And you'll notice if you go over here and see how much this cost me to do this comparison, it cost me about 2 cents. So it's really not that expensive to use these. However, I will say that using GPT-4 in here in Open Playground is going to be a little bit more expensive than using GPT-4 in OpenAI's official playground, which is actually pretty cheap. It's a good way to go about it. If we were to, let's see, come here to chat and then select GPT-4, we could chat here in OpenAI's playground, and it really wouldn't be costing us more than a few cents at a time. And it will cost you slightly more here, but really it isn't that much overall. It would take a lot using these lower end models, not the really high context models. Those will chew up your money and spit it out. But these will only cost a few cents at a time, and it'll take a lot to get up to the $20 or so that it would cost for a subscription to OpenAI or ChatGPT, or something like Poe.com, which is previously where I said you should go to use Claude. I now have changed my mind about that. And this is one of the things with AI. There's a lot of changing your mind about things because there are new advancements coming out all the time. I now believe that this is probably the best place to access Claude and to use it. So that's the comparison feature. This is the chat feature, which is probably where I would do most of my work. And this is where I was testing out that 10,000 words of mine, both with the GPT-4 32K, and then I also tested it here with the with Claude 100K. And yeah, as you can see, this one cost me 20 cents, whereas the GPT-4 32K cost me $1. So a big difference there. But there's also a lot of other experimenting you can do here. This whole chat feature roughly models the same thing that OpenAI has and ChatGPT has. So it should be very familiar, but you do have a few extras like these sliders. You can adjust those as you want. Maximum length you can adjust. Now I will mention one slight drawback that I have discovered. So let's go ahead and we'll use the Claude 100K, just so you know that this has a massive amount of context, and we're going to bring up this maximum length all the way up as far as it'll go. And I'm going to ask it to write me a 2,000 word short story about, hang on, let's go back to this comparison. Oh, we don't have access to that anymore. That's another thing. If you're working in this playground or in the comparison area, it will not save your work. So be sure to save that before you move on to some other place. But you can save your work here in the chat section. So let's go back to this. Write me a 2,000 word short story about, we'll just say The Godfather meets Harry Potter, because why not? This could be interesting. All right, so I asked for a 2,000 words short story, and this is what it gave me. This is clearly not 2,000 words. And even though I was using the 100K context, everything was turned up to its maximum length. It was only able to give me this little much here, which is probably, let's actually go and figure out how much this was. Yeah, just over 300 words. And so even though this can handle a large context, if I were to put 20,000 words in here, it would be able to understand that. It's still not able to write a whole lot. The most I've been able to get out of it is about 600 words. And so I don't really know what to do about that. That is a little bit of a downside for me. It's not really any better in ChatGPT. It's a little better in ChatGPT because you can ask it to continue and things like that, and it seems to understand those prompts better. In this case, there's some work to be done. So that is the only thing that I would say that this tool doesn't do better, but it is still new. Maybe it will be able to improve on that in the future. And as you can see, that little chat, those 300 words or so, cost me just under 2 cents for that to happen. And so, yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. But you can get a good 5 to 600 words or so out of it if you work with it right. I think using the 100K model is probably not the one you want to use for that. I would use Claude V1. If we were to try this prompt again, let's see if it gives us anything more. Okay, using Claude V1 did give us a little bit more. This ended up being about 450 words or so. So it's a little bit better, but still it's pretty limited so far. What I'm looking for is a model that can give me up to 2,000 words in one go. And so far, ChatGPT is getting better at this, especially now that it allows you to just continue generating. And sometimes if you work with the OpenAI Playground, which I have up here, you can get it to do that as well. Let's go ahead and ask the OpenAI Playground this exact same question. Write a 2,000 word short story about The Godfather meets Harry Potter. We'll use GPT-4 and see what it does. Okay, so OpenAI definitely was able to write more. However, I had to continuously prompt it to continue, but it would stop in the middle of a sentence because it does know that I asked for a 2,000 word short story. And so it kind of understands that and constructs the text with that in mind. Whereas here, using Claude in the Open Playground, it basically tried to wrap up the entire story within less than 500 words, even though I asked it for 2,000 words. So that is something to keep in mind, that the OpenAI Playground and ChatGPT tend to have an advantage over. But everything else, like simply being able to try all of these other models, including the 32K for GPT-4, is absolutely incredible right now. And I'm really excited to see where this tool goes. This is now going to be my top recommendation for anybody who wants to use Claude and use it like a chat bot, because this is going to be the cheapest way to do that, and also gives you all of this flexibility to play with, temperature and all of that. And so I hope you like this video, and I will see you in the next one.